So behind us here, behind us, our house, across the alley, is a funeral home. And they have a maintenance guy, you know, one of the family members actually, that comes out every week and mows. And for years he's been using this Husqvarna. And a couple of weeks ago we noticed they brought a new mower. So Sunday, I mean, nothing registered, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Sunday I drove the truck down the alley. I came out back here to unload some stuff out of it, and I saw this sitting in the alley. Like, well, there's my ride. So I saw this sitting in the alley by the trash. Like, wow, I can't believe they're throwing that away. I called Gail. It's like, look at this. So we went over and checked it out, and I thought, you know what, I'll just roll that on home, because I tried to pull it, and you can't pull the string, you know, you pull it, but it like jerks. So damn, I don't know what she's bitching about. So I rolled it on over here, tilted it over, and the blade, which is right there, was real loose, just flopping around. And like there was something wrong with the shaft, which is probably why they threw it away. I mean, you couldn't tighten it down any. And if you give me a second, I'll be back and I'll show you why they couldn't tighten it down. But when I flipped it over, you know, to see if the motor was frozen up, see if I could turn the blade, that's when I realized the blade just spun freely, not on the shaft. It just was flopping there. And if you know how a mower blade is, let me see if I can drag that one over here. You see that little star-like pattern there? That fits down over the adapter to keep the blade in position. And what had happened, dang, this blade has to be replaced. If this fixes the mower, if I can fix it, I'm going to go buy a new blade. What had happened, I guess the blade was loose or vibration or something. You know, it goes on the adapter, and that thing fits over the stars like that. Well, this is the adapter that came off of here, and you can see those are all broken off. All those nubs are worn away or broken off or something, and that's why when the blade is on there, it would just flop around. So I don't know if they thought maybe the shaft was bad, or they didn't know about this little adapter that goes over the shaft. The belt goes through it. The blade goes on there and gets bolted into the shaft, and there's a little keyway in there to put it on the shaft. Now I don't know if they didn't know about that or what, but I ordered that shaft off of Amazon, or that adapter off of Amazon. I think it was $13 with Prime shipping. They have one for $7.99, but you had to pay for shipping on it. I just ordered it on my Prime. And I'm going to put that on there. I wished I had thought about doing this before I took it apart. I showed you how I took it apart. I'm going to show you what I hope will fix this, and then get that hydro lock undone so I can try to start it. The only thing I had to do was take off this plastic shield here. There's this plastic shield that goes underneath it to keep grass from getting up into the shaft area, I guess, and into the belts. But let me flip this over and show you what I'm dealing with. So this is the underneath of the mower. You can see all the belts. This mower is all-wheel drive. That's why all these belts on here. And I didn't have to take the belt off. I mean, there's not really a tensioner, but there was enough play in it to allow me to pull it off to the side and pull that adapter off of here. That's how the adapter goes on. Find that keyway that goes in. There's your keyway. So what I'm going to do is try to put the new adapter on, get the belt back on it, put the blade back on it, try to get the hydraulic lock undone, because it's got, when a mower sits on its side like this, oil gets up on top of the pistons, and I think you got to drain it back down again to get it to where you can pull the string and start it. But the motor is not frozen up, and that's what I was worried about. So that's free. Let me get to work. Alright, so I got Gail running the camera for me. Let me put this adapter on here. Find the keyway. There it is. Now the belt's going to go around it. Around this pulley. And I got to force it in here. I didn't say it was easy, I just said it could be done. Let me force this in here without tearing it. You don't want to mess up your belt. And then around. And that's it. And you can see that shaft turns, so I know the motor's not frozen up. And even if it was frozen up, there's value in this mower. It's in such good shape. So what I'm going to do is put this old blade back on it. I don't even know which direction it went now. It went on like this. Like I said, if I can get this to start, then I will go buy a new blade. You can see those things on there. Once I tighten this down, it's not going to be all, you can see that. Remember how the other one was all wobbly?
Yeah.
And the motor turns. That's the important thing. So I have to go get my sockets and my screwdrivers, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
If I can remember what size of nut that was. I think that was a 1/2 inch. Nope, 9/16. Yep. So let me tighten this blade on. Alright. I don't know why that's so loose. I don't know if once you engage it, it tightens it up maybe. I bet that's it when you pull up those speed handles. So there's the blade back on. Let me put my shroud back on. This goes on like duh. This goes on before the blade goes on.
I was going to say, how's that going to turn?
Dumbass. Alright, so now you see how you take a blade off. That's why I did that.
Okay.
Just so I can show you how the blade comes off. Now this will go on over here. There's so much grass and shit up in here, old grass. If this works and I change this blade, I'm going to clean it all up too. Alright. Now, what I was talking about, the hydraulic lock or hydro lock, I don't know exactly what it was called, but the way you're supposed to be able to fix that, if I can get this to show you what the string does when you try to pull it. Oh, check. See that? So I think, the way I understand this, is going to take both of us.
Okay.
But I'll explain it. The mower has to be laid on its back all the way down.
Yeah.
And this held down.
Yeah.
Then turn the blade a few times to work that piston up and down and let that oil drain.
So I need
off
to go
the
do
top
that?
of Yeah, if you want to go turn the blade up and down, you can.
Okay,
Turn
can
it
I have-
around a couple
Can I
times.
have a glove there?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, how about the other glove for this hand?
Oh.
Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
The blade needs replaced.
Yeah, sounds like it. But it started.
Yeah. Wow. Come here and stand on this. So, you see it started, and I failed. Because the reason why that happened before, obviously, there's a metal shroud that goes around it that was bent, and the blade was hitting that shroud, and I had to bend the blade, and it knocked all those damn things off my new one. So I bent the shroud all back out. The blade goes freely now. I gotta spend another $12 on one of these and a blade, and that thing's gonna fire up, and that's going out to St. Bernard Acres. But I heard it hitting, and it just eventually did the same thing it did to them, but I know how to fix it and they didn't. So I'm gonna go in, jump back on Amazon, order another one of those things, and a blade, and I will get that Friday, get this fixed up. This is going out to St. Bernard Acres, and be the mower out there, the push mower, because I have the John Deere in the shed that I had to buy a carburetor for. I know the needle valve's stuck and the float's probably stuck because you pour gas in it and it comes back out the carburetor. So you can't find anybody working on small engines anymore. The only place I can find is the hardware store over here, and I don't like them. We got into it once before. So again, on Amazon, I did some research. Found a whole new carburetor and all the gaskets, fuel filter, everything for $20. So we now have the Homestead we're working on, the cabin I'm trying to build, the pallet wood I'm trying to do, all my pallet wood projects, now my small engine repair shop.
Well, you're going to be retired here shortly, so
like,
give you something to do.
Impressive. This is something I've never done in my life, but you can do it. Now, you really can. You can fix these things yourself. I did a video about that. Fix them, repair them, reuse them, you know? And I figured out how to fix it. Now, it cost me a $15 part because I don't know what I'm doing. You know, that's part of the learning process. But I will... In another video, I'm going to get the John Deere out, and I'll set up and show you how I change a carburetor on a John Deere that brings the Stratton motor. This is a nice Honda motor. I mean, there's, you know, this is just I could sell this the way it is for $50. there's no doubt in my mind, once I fix it all up, I can probably sell it for $100, $150. All-wheel drive, and I just got to fix it again, but I know how now. That's part of it. But hope you learned something from this. Remember, like, comment, share, hit the little bell so that you know when I upload a video, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff that you got to do. And stick around, I'm going to do another small engine for you. Last year I did my Echo weed eater. I replaced all the fuel lines in it and air lines. So that's how you fix a Husqvarna push mower that the blade messed up. So this is Joe and Gail. We're out.